Welcome to Understand All. I'm your host, Aslekeir Gairleif. Today, we're embarking on a fascinating journey along the ancient Silk Road, a network of trade routes that transformed the world. So, buckle up and get ready to discover the incredible stories, cultures, and innovations that emerged from this remarkable era. The Silk Road, spanning over 7,000 kilometers, connected the East and West for centuries. According to UNESCO, it linked over 40 countries and regions, impacting the lives of millions. But the Silk Road was about so much more than just silk. It was a conduit for ideas, religions, technologies, and even diseases that shaped the course of human history. Let's start with the origins of the Silk Road. It all began with the Han Dynasty's expansion and exploration in the 2nd century BCE. The Chinese emperor sent a brave diplomat named Zhang Qian on a mission to forge alliances with Western regions. Little did Zhang know that his journey would pave the way for one of the world's most significant trade networks. As the routes developed, cities and oases along the way became hubs of commerce and cultural exchange. Imagine the bustling markets of Xi'an, Samarkand, Baghdad, and Constantinople, a melting pot of languages, customs, and goods from across Eurasia. Merchants and travelers would gather in caravanserais, sharing stories, knowledge, and of course, merchandise. Speaking of goods, the Silk Road was a veritable treasure trove. While silk was the headline act, the routes also carried spices, precious stones, metals, glassware, and ceramics. In fact, at its peak, China exported around 1,000 tons of silk annually. According to Peter Frankopan's book, The Silk Roads, A New History of the World. That's enough silk to stretch from Earth to the moon and back again. But the Silk Road wasn't just about material exchange. It was a highway of ideas and innovations. Take the spread of religions, for instance. Buddhism, which originated in India, found its way to China and beyond via the Silk Road. Islam, too, spread along these routes, reaching as far as Southeast Asia. And let's not forget the dissemination of technologies like papermaking, gunpowder, and the compass, all of which had profound impacts on human civilization. The Silk Road also facilitated the exchange of scientific and mathematical knowledge. The Islamic Golden Age, which flourished along the Silk Road, saw tremendous advancements in fields like astronomy, medicine, and algebra. Scholars like Al-Khwarizmi, who introduced the concept of algorithms, and Ibn Sina, known as the father of early modern medicine, made groundbreaking contributions that still resonate today. Now, you might be wondering, who were the people that made the Silk Road happen? Enter the merchants, the unsung heroes of this story. These intrepid traders braved harsh climates, treacherous terrain, and political upheavals to transport goods across vast distances. They were the lifeblood of the Silk Road, connecting disparate cultures and driving economic growth. One of the most famous Silk Road travelers was, of course, Marco Polo. The Venetian merchant's epic journey and subsequent book, The Travels of Marco Polo, captured the imagination of Europeans and sparked a new era of exploration. But Marco Polo was just one of many adventurers who traversed these routes. From Chinese monks to Persian envoys, the Silk Road was a highway of human interaction and discovery. The Silk Road's influence extended far beyond the realms of trade and travel. It left an indelible mark on art, literature, and culture. The fusion of artistic styles along the Silk Road gave rise to unique forms like Greco-Buddhist art, which blended Greek and Indian influences. Literary works like the Arabian Nights and the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam also bear the imprint of cross-cultural exchange. But the Silk Road wasn't all smooth sailing. It faced numerous challenges and disruptions throughout its history. The rise and fall of empires, political instability, and even climate change all had an impact on the flow of trade. The Mongol Empire, for instance, initially facilitated trade under the Pax Mongolica, but its fragmentation eventually led to the decline of the overland routes. Despite these challenges, the Silk Road's legacy endures to this day. Its impact can be seen in the cultural heritage sites that dot its path, from the ancient city of Samarkand to the Buddhist caves of Dunhuang. Modern initiatives like China's Belt and Road Initiative also seek to revive the spirit of connectivity and cooperation that defined the Silk Road. So what can we learn from the Silk Road? For one, it demonstrates the power of human curiosity and the drive to explore. It shows us that even in the face of great distances and differences, people can find ways to connect, trade, and learn from one another. The Silk Road also reminds us of the importance of cultural exchange and the role it plays in shaping our shared human story. As we navigate the challenges of our own interconnected world, the lessons of the Silk Road are more relevant than ever. It teaches us to embrace diversity, to seek common ground, and to recognize the value of collaboration across borders. In a time of rapid globalization and technological change, the Silk Road's spirit of openness and exchange can guide us towards a more prosperous and harmonious future. And that brings us to the end of our journey along the Silk Road. I hope this exploration has sparked your curiosity and given you a newfound appreciation for the incredible history and legacy of this ancient trade network. As the great Ibn Battuta, another famous Silk Road traveler, once said, "Traveling, it leaves you speechless, then turns you into a storyteller." So go out there, explore the world, and become a storyteller yourself. Until next time, stay curious and keep learning.